All right, so this week we're gonna go see a play called Kodachrome. Does anyone, based off this picture here, and I know it's not like the greatest, what do you think could be the topic of Kodachrome? Kodachrome. What do you think? What do you guys notice in this picture?
There's a lot of pictures, and it looks like they're like outside,
Yeah,
like outside space, and it looks like it's a group of people.
I feel like
It looks like they're having fun.
I feel like something to do with cameras.
Yeah. So when you take pictures, what do you normally take pictures of?
Myself.
Okay.
Anything really. Anything, something you find beautiful.
Okay. And what are those called when you're creating what?
Memories.
Yes, you're creating memories. So this play is going to be a lot about memories.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to pull up, we're going to watch a little preview, and we have 2 of them. So this one's only a minute long. Okay, so this was a really short overview of Kodachrome, and it was made by high schoolers. So I just wanted to show you what the high school production looks like for a different school. So I know that Mr. Russo, who's the theater director downstairs, he brought back for the first time a play. They used to, back in the day, do a play and a musical. So he picked this one because of the cast. And then we're gonna meet quite a few different characters, and they're gonna have interesting stories that kind of intertwine. So I'm gonna show you one more, and this one is a little different, and this is by adults. So I wanted to give you both viewpoints, what kids do and what professional stage looks like.
It's me! Hello! She wishes she knew how to surprise him. How to surprise herself. Should she ask him out maybe, or wait for him to ask? The policeman thinks about garden gnomes.
I don't understand why.
And this one took place in Portland. So that's where that one came from, which I thought was interesting because it's all over. So what we're gonna do today is we are going to read over what the play is about. And this is a lengthy play, but it only has 2 acts, which I think is super interesting. So, Introduction to Kodachrome. Kodachrome is a play by Adam Szmokowski. He dives into memory, nostalgia, and the passage of time through the lens of photography. The title itself refers to the iconic film known for its vibrant colors and saturation, which serves as a metaphor for the way memories are captured and preserved. Szmokowski uses the idea to explore how individuals cope with loss and change. The town of Colchester, Connecticut serves as the backdrop of the personal narratives we see unfold. Every location visited throughout the show is inspired or oftentimes directly taken from the real town of Colchester. The real-life setting allows for an exploration of relationships as the characters navigate their interconnected lives amid the backdrop of their small town. And we know how things go in a small town, right? Everyone knows everything. The narrator of Kodachrome is the photographer. She deals with the realities of her life and those around her. The photographer embodies the struggle between capturing moments and the reality of those moments slipping away. Her narration creates a powerful dialogue about the impact of past choices on the present. Adams' writing allows for an exploration of the themes of love and loss and invites the audience to reflect on their own memories and the way they shape our identity. So the photographer is going to be the narrator throughout the play. So when we go see it, we'll probably see a lot of that character. So now we're going to meet quite a few different characters, and I felt that it was important to have a little backstory because I love when I go to a theater and I have like a history behind it. So for the play Wicked, if you read the book Wicked and you went and saw the play, you would have a very different experience than if you just showed up and saw the play. So having some background knowledge really helps me understand the play better. So let's meet the characters. Photochrom is composed of several different stories woven together that explore the themes of memory, identity, and relationship. Each story is a representation of different perspectives on life and love. Much how we are, right? Like we all have different perspectives, even just coming to school, even just sitting in this class. The history professor and the mystery novelist are an older couple that have been married for years. However, married life has started to become monotonous. Who knows what that means?
What is it?
Monotonous, right here.
Like it starts to become like rocky, I guess.
Okay, or it's kind of more like the same. It's boring.
Starts changing.
Or it's just like, oh man, I'm in school again. It's like Groundhog's Day. It happens every day.
Repetitive.
Yes. So for them, they're just like, oh, we're just married. They struggle with the idea of leaving the person they have spent the majority of their life with. Furthermore, they question how their children will react to the news. So if they decide to get divorced, they're worried about their kids and how they're going to react to it. The young man and the woman are newly engaged. They quickly let their anxieties and nerves get the better of them as they open up to other townspeople. They question if they are ready to get married or if the person they chose is the right one. The perfume maker is obsessed with making a perfume for the waitress at the local diner. However, he has seen her making eyes with the policeman. All the while, the hopeless romantic florist has her sights on the perfume maker. So we got a little love triangle going on. Finally, we meet the hardware store owner and the librarian. They dated in high school, but they had a very bad fight before leaving for college. They have not talked since that fight. The librarian has moved back to town and is interested in reconnecting with the hardware store owner. Connecting these stories is the photographer, our narrator. She guides us through the town, capturing the beauty of the locations and the people in them. However, she is more connected to the story than the audience is led to believe. As the lives of the townspeople unfold, we see the photographer's story come to life as she takes steps back to deal with some unfinished business. I'm curious what that unfinished business is. We will not know what it is today. Together, these stories reflect the play's central themes, showing the struggles between love and loss, and the ways in which relationships can both heal and hurt the individual. So,
I agree with that.
Go ahead.
I agree with that last part.
The stories, which
Yeah.
part?
Just the part which relationships can be both heal and yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So do you
real.
think you could relate to maybe something in the play tomorrow that we're gonna
I
go
can
see?
relate to that.
Yeah, right? We all can. No matter how old or young we are, we all have had hurt and we've had healing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good point. So now I'm going to show you the dramatic structure, and we only have 2 acts. Now, we're only seeing a preview of the play, so if you want to see the full thing in its entirety, you'll have to come Friday, Saturday, or Sunday to see it. I don't know if they're doing a show on Sunday, so don't quote me on that.
I think it's just Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I think you're right. I wish they did Sunday, though. That works better for me. That's okay. All right, the dramatic structure. The dramatic structure of Kodachrome follows a traditional 2-act structure, although the playwright does suggest that a 1-act structure may work better for this particular show. And I found this really interesting. So Act 1 introduces all the characters and establishes the primary conflict. The initial scenes focus on the relationships that we're going to see play out on stage. Each scene is left with some type of unresolved tension that will eventually be resolved. So we're gonna end on a cliffhanger. We won't know what it is. This act serves to ground the audience in the characters' realities, fostering empathy as their individual shared with us. Who knows what empathy means? If you have empathy.
The ability to feel for others.
Right, absolutely. So we're gonna have some empathy for what they're going through. And there's quite a few different characters that are going through quite a lot. So Act 2 further explores the characters' relationship and the impact of their relationship on their own well-being. Each story is brought to a resolution. However, not all stories end with a character's ideal situation. Isn't that life? It never ends sometimes the way you want it to. The day doesn't go the way you want, right? It happens all the time. I know for me it definitely does. So there are some symbolism in the play. So we're gonna go over that, and then we have a few questions to answer. In Kodachrome, Adam employs various symbols that offer deeper insight into the characters and themes. One of the most important symbols in the play is the camera itself, representing the duality of memory, preservation, and the ever-changing life. Pictures taken throughout the course of the show represents moments frozen in time. The photographer takes these in search for connection to the world around her. She looks back on these as her memory is fading away. The photographer then symbolizes memories and how they are fading when we get older. So does anyone have any feeling about the photographer? What prediction, what inference can we maybe make? Why memories?
I think she's trying to represent memories in this way to show that as we change, so do our memories, and to keep these things intact is to keep ourselves intact.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thing. Do you know our memories change? And we don't always remember exactly what we think we remember? And we learned that in our criminal justice class, right? When they have somebody come in and do something, and then they try to identify their memory changes or plays tricks on them. So I wonder why she is so focused on memories. We're not gonna know today. Okay, so we have a few questions to answer, and you guys can work on this independently for a few minutes. I'll set a timer. If you would like it read, I can come around and read to you. Give you guys 5 minutes. I'm gonna put a song on, and it is a song, it's a Kodachrome song that we can listen to as you.
From hard hats to steel-toed boots, Grainger's got your safety needs covered, literally.
So this is the official audio for this play, which I think is interesting. It's different, it's kind of upbeat.
When I think back on all the crap I learned in high school, it's a wonder I can think it all. And my lack of education hasn't hurt me none. I can read the writing
picture of Kodachrome because you guys probably have never seen this. It's the way film was developed. And so, do you guys see this here? It's a small little picture.
I've seen it.
And this is the film for color slides. Yeah, it's kind of outdated. We don't see it anymore, right?
I don't remember where I saw it, but I've definitely seen it before.
So it's interesting that that's what he makes as the title. I'm gonna.
Wait, so that's what it is? Like it's literally just that, like it's just a film or something?
Yeah. So it's just a little film like this,
It's like a
That's cute. I want
right? Remember like the Polaroids when you would take a
Yeah.
picture and it would spit something out? It's very similar.
I don't want to try and like guess too much, and like you don't really have to answer this if I'm leading on too much, but like, could the Kodachrome name come from the fact that within these characters' lives, him taking the pictures isn't a way to string the story together, but like a way of them referencing the fact that he's like brightening their lives and making them better people?
It could be. It could be. I've never read the play, so I have no idea. I'm gonna be just as surprised as you. I am gonna show you this movie trailer. It's very similar, but it's also very different. But it kind of also gives you a different perspective of what we might be walking into tomorrow. So I'm curious, after we watch the play preview, what we get from this.
Happiness is bullshit. You think Picasso was happy? You think Hemingway was?
Just kidding.
Happiness is bullshit. You think Picasso
Can you guys
was
hear
happy?
it?
You think Hemingway was? No art worth a damn was ever created out of happiness, I can tell you that much. That's why we're all such miserable assholes.
So you know you're a miserable asshole.
What, you think I'm an idiot? Of course I know.
What?
There's only one place left in the world that
And the man is the photographer in the movie,
Kansas.
which is
Your
different.
father found 4 rolls he shot a really long time ago and wants you to drive them.
I've not spoken to the man in over a decade.
He's dying.
So in the movie, you know that he's dying. We don't know for sure, so we'll have to see in the play if maybe that is why she's obsessed with memories.
Oh, because in the play, the photographer is a girl.
Right.
Okay, so they changed.
Yeah, they changed it to a man in this. So there is some differences, but maybe we can compare the two.
Let's go, we're burning daylight.
What, you're going too, huh?
Unless you want to give me my shot.
He's one of the world's greatest living photographers.
I remember every shot I've ever taken.
You remember all of them?
Yep.
When's my birthday? February 19th.
February 19th.
Imagine Noah's father no matter what kind of bastard he is.
Merge onto I-80 West.
Hand me that thing for a second, will you?
What the hell are you doing?
We're taking the scenic route.
This was your room.
Yeah.
You can tell a lot about someone's past from the music they listen to.
What can I say? I was a moody kid.
That's not how I see it.
I told myself that I was any kind of husband or father.
Yeah, you've had a great big life.
Nothing good comes from in the past.
Given up on so much stuff in my life. I'm tired of doing it.
Take pictures to stop time. Commit moments to eternity. Why'd you come on this trip?
To see how you measure up against the colossal bastard I've hated all these years.
How am I doing?
You're on your own. I remember better days.
All right. So what do you guys think? Are you excited to go see the
I think
play?
it's gonna be good.
Yes,
Yeah.
miss, I'm very excited to go see this play tomorrow.
Yeah, the play preview. Does anyone have any questions or interesting theories they want to bring up before we go for the day? Sure.
I feel like the photographer has like dementia, and that's why
Oh,
she or he is so obsessed with like taking pictures.
I
It's
didn't
like-
even think about that.
They'll know that they might forget it one day.
That's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, like what if they have like dementia or Alzheimer's?
Right, and you know that it helps them to live in whatever time period they're in their brain. If you take out those photo books and you go through it, it helps them come back to the present sometimes.
Like from real world situations, I feel like he could be doing this. The way that like they describe their relationships, it seems a little off. So I feel like he's doing this as a way, the photographer, so that way the younger man gets an idea of like what not to do, and he's trying to like teach him how to learn from his past.
Oh, that's very interesting. Anyone else have anything? Did you have your hand up back there or no? You can tell me now.
No.
No? Okay.
I can't like think of anything, but
All right. Well, we'll go see this tomorrow, and then we'll have to review and say what we thought about it.
Very excited, miss.